Hi everyone, welcome to today's practice. Today we'll practice a sequence that will take us towards ego pose, where we'll be exploring a little bit of the balance, of course, not only on the mat and in our physical bodies, but also thinking a little bit about how can we find more balance in our lives. So let's please come down into our backs in a laying down position. And we're gonna start here by taking 3 deep breaths. So as you come into your back, let your legs be long, your arms be long. You can space out your feet and your hands a little bit more away from the body. And let's take 3 breaths. Inhale through the nose. Sigh out the mouth. Breathe in the nose. Out the mouth. Breathe in through the nose. Sigh out the mouth. Take a moment to intention something for your practice, maybe related to that sense of finding more balance on and off the mat. And then let's blink the eyes open if they were closed and come into a happy baby pose. So start to bring the knees closer to the armpits, bend your knees, soles of the feet pointing up towards the ceiling. And either hold on the outsides of your feet in here or on the outsides of your leg, whatever allows you to have your lower back planting down. So if you're holding on the foot but you're kind of floating like that, lower down the lower back and then lower the hands down so you can have everything plugged down as you're still breathing in here. If you want to sway side to side, you can go ahead and do that too, just to find a little massage on the whole extension of the spine. Nice. And then pause in the center, keeping your legs exactly as they are. Open your arms in a really wide T in here. As I said, we're going for Garudasana eagle pose today, so we're going to take that pose right here on our backs. So start by finding a cross, right knee over your left. Kick your feet towards each other so you find that strength into the midline. And then find your eagle arms with the right arm underneath your left. So cross your elbows and then connect the palms. If this is unreachable for you today, totally fine. Just give yourself a self-hug instead. So hold on opposite shoulders while you're still pointing your elbows up towards the ceiling. Take a breath in here. When you exhale, tap and connect elbow to knee. So float your head away from the mat just for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release it all the way back. Open the legs in that happy baby position. Open the arms. And then we'll cross the opposite leg. So now left knee on top of your right. Connect everything into the midline. Find your eagle arms with the left arm underneath your right. Connect your palms, lifting the elbows on the same line as the shoulders towards the ceiling. Take a full breath in. And then exhale to tap and connect knee to elbow. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Take a full body stretch. Arms up and overhead. Legs are long. Roll the wrists. Roll the ankles. And then we're going to roll up and back. So start to hold behind your legs. Rock and roll back and forth. Let's do it one more time. And then cross your shins. Plant your hands down. Step back. And we'll go straight for downward facing dog. So spread your fingers wide on the mat. Send your hips up. Ears alongside your biceps. Gentle spin of the heels towards the outsides of your mat. So you can find that internal rotation of your thighs. Finding more space on the lower back in here. And you can bend one knee at a time. And then start to find your stillness. Inhale to look forward in between your hands. Exhale, take baby steps to the top of the mat. Find Uttanasana and fold. Inhale, rise, both arms all the way up to the sky. Palms connect. Exhale, bring your hands right down to your heart. Finding balance on and off the mat. What are the areas in your life where you feel that you are putting so much effort, which is always a good thing, but what are the areas and how could you bring more ease into the game as well? Take a moment to breathe and to consider these questions if it resonates with you. And starting with our warm-up. Surya Namaskar B. So inhale, reach arms up to the sky, bend the knees, lower the hips, Utkatasana chair pose. Take a moment in here, sending your hips towards the back side of the mat, leaning onto your heels, maybe even floating your toes away from the mat. Take one breath in. Exhale, Uttanasana, and fold all the way down. Inhale, halfway lift, hands to shins. Exhale, plant your hands, step your foot back for plank pose. Exhale to hinge forward and pull down, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, find baby cobra, point your feet, roll the shoulders up, back and down. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, step your right foot in between your hands, ground down your back foot in a 45-degree angle. The next time you breathe in, reach both arms up to the sky, warrior one. If possible, palms are connected, otherwise they're just facing each other but separated. One more full breath in. Exhale to plant your hands down, step your foot back, downward facing dog. Inhale, roll forward, plank pose. Exhale, pull down, Chaturanga. Take a breath in to find your baby cobra once again. Press the tops of the feet down. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, big step with your left foot to the top of the mat. In between your hands, ground your back foot. With the next breath in, you rise, warrior one on the opposite side. Really grounding the soles of the feet down on the mat. Rising tall through the spine. One more breath in. And then exhale, plant your hands down, step back, down dog. Inhale to roll forward, plank pose. Exhale, pull down, Chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog this time. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a breath in here. And then inhale to look forward in between the hands. Exhale, walk or hop to the top of the mat, Uttanasana, and fold. The next time you inhale, rise, Utkatasana, chair pose, lower the hips, arms reach up. Breathe and hold. Final breath in. And exhale, release, Tadasana, mountain pose. Bring your hands into your heart. Take a few breaths. Maybe even closing your eyes, letting yourself sway back and forth, side to side. Finding that physical sense of balance in here. Reopen the eyes if they were closed, and then inhale, reach both arms up to the sky, Urdhvastasana. Exhale, Uttanasana, and fold all the way down. Plant the hands, step your feet back this time for downward facing dog. Noticing how you're feeling in your body. There's a teaching in the yoga tradition that talks about sthira and sukha. So he teaches us that every single posture that we perform on our mat should have a balance in between stability and ease. So see if you can keep that in your mind, in your heart, as we move through the following poses. Step it through, plant your right foot down, ground your back foot for a warrior one. Inhale to reach both arms up to the sky. Let yourself arrive in here. Breathing. And then take one more breath in. Exhale to open the arms wide to the sides like wings, and then we're going to find eagle arms. So right arm underneath your left, cross your elbows, connect your palms, or find that self-hug. But take one more breath in here. Exhale, release, let your arms come down, roll them up, arms up to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart, start to lean forward into a warrior three, and we'll go for a courtesy squat. So your back knee is gonna come and tap behind of your right leg. Point your left toes, point them diagonally out to the right. In here, you can always have your hands down for more support. So take a breath as you hold. So nice. And then plant your left toes down, take a breath in, reach both arms up to the sky. Exhale, hold your left wrist, side bend to the right. Nice. Inhale, reach both arms up to the sky, left knee in towards the belly. Exhale to open up your arms and cross your left knee on top of your right leg. Find your eagle arms. Now this left arm comes underneath the right. Interlace the hands. Reach the elbows in alignment with the shoulders. Full breath in. Exhale to tap, elbow to knee. Release everything, come back up, release the feet and hands all the way. Exhale, Uttanasana and fold. Inhale, hands to shins, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step back, plank pose. Exhale to lower, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog, open up the chest. Exhale, downward facing dog or child's pose. 5 breaths in there. Noticing how you're feeling in your body. You're noticing what do you need to cultivate right now in our left side as we move through it to find more balance. Is it more stability? Is it more ease? What do you need right now? Not to do more, not to do less, but to find that balance in between both. And if you're in child's pose, come back to your downward facing dog. And to the left side we go. So inhale, step your left foot through, let the foot plant down, rise, warrior 1. Inhale to reach both arms up to the sky. Giving yourself the moment you need in here to really find that sense of connection of your feet with the earth. 1 more breath in. And then exhale to open up the arms wide to the sides, left arm underneath your right, eagle arms. Reach the elbows in alignment with the shoulders. Take a breath in. Feel the shoulder blades spreading apart on the back body. And then release, arms down, around, and all the way up, warrior 1. Hands are going to come to your heart as you lean forward for a warrior 3. But we're just passing through. What we want to do in here is that courtesy squat. So your back knee comes to tap on the back of your front leg. Bringing that back shin in a diagonal. So your right toes are pointing to the left. Hands to heart or hands down. Whatever you need in here. But take 1 more full breath in. And then exhale to plant your right toes down on the mat. And then inhale to reach both arms up to the sky. Hold your right wrist this time and take a side bend to the left. Take up space. And then inhale, bring both arms all the way back up to the sky. Right knee into the chest. From here, we'll cross right knee over the left leg. Open your arms wide to the sides. And now your right arm comes underneath your left. Find your eagle arms, interlace your hands. Bring the elbows a little bit more up as you lower. Take a breath in. And exhale to tap and connect, elbow to knee. Inhale, rise up. Release everything, both arms up to the sky, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, Uttanasana, and fold all the way down. Inhale, halfway lift, hands to shins. Exhale, plant your hands, step your feet back, plank pose. Lower down the knees if you want, but then hinge forward. Exhale, pull down, Chaturanga. Inhale, find cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog or child's pose. 5 final breaths. Observe if you can notice with a little bit more clarity, what are the components that you need to cultivate more in your life in order to find that balance? Is it more moments of being outgoing, of hanging out with people and friends and loved ones? To really go for your dreams, for the things that you believe? Or maybe it's the opposite. Maybe you need to, spend more time just with yourself, taking more moments of introspection to really get to know and to connect with what's happening on the inside. What do you need? Do you need rest? Final breath. And the next time you inhale, roll forward for a plank pose from wherever you were. But then lower down the knees if they're not there yet. Come all the way down to your belly for a Sphinx pose. Plant your forearms and hands down. Roll the shoulders up, back and down. Press the tops of the feet down on the mat. And see if you can get really long from the crown of the head all the way towards the tail. Feeling the stretch on the front body. One more breath in and out. Forehead down to the mat. Open your arms in a cactus position as the forehead rests down. Option here to stay or to flip your left cheek down to the mat. Feeling the openness on the shoulder. And then bringing the forehead down to the center if you moved to the cheek, and then we'll move to the opposite side. So now your right cheek comes down on the mat. See if you can release and relax your shoulders down with the best of your ability. Final breath. And then bring the forehead back to center for just one full breath. Inhale. Exhale. And then from here you can simply flip your way onto your back. Start to bring both knees into the chest. Give yourself a big hug in here. Roll side to side. And then keeping the right knee into the chest, extend your left leg long. From here, find a spinal twist. Right knee goes across to the left side. Open your right arm either in like a long position or find cactus as you bend the elbow and let the right palm flip up. Gaze can maybe go towards the right side. Feel the openness on the shoulder. The stretch on your extended leg. And then come back to center and we'll switch. Bending now your left knee, extending your right leg long. And then finding the spinal twist on the opposite side. Left arm is either extended long or you can bend the elbow, whatever feels best on the side. Gazing towards the left. And then gently bringing your way back into the center. Either knees hugging into the chest, finding roll side to side, or find a happy baby just like we did in the very beginning of practice. Here, start to find your Savasana. Legs and arms can be long as you release any effort that you might be holding in your mind or physically in your body. Know that every single time when we, reflect on things that are happening in our lives during our yoga practice is never with the intent of judge our lives or to put ourselves labels. It's literally with the intent of getting to know ourselves, to wake up for the reality of the life that we're living on, to have more clarity on it, and then based on that, with lots of compassion, be able to change and to adjust and to find that balance. So take a few more breaths in here. I would recommend that you stay for at least 10 more really long breaths. And really take this moment to be with yourself. Thank you so much for sharing this class with me today. It's an honor to guide you through it, and I hope to see you again very soon. Namaste.